My name's Aram Pak. I'm co-founder and CEO of WNWN Food Labs.
My name's Dr. Johnny Drain. I'm co-founder and CTO of WNWN Food Labs.
So we are WNWN Food Labs. We are creating alternative ingredients, and we do that by harnessing the power of fermentation to create ingredients that are ethical and sustainable, resilient to climate shock and food security issues.
We're making, first of all, a cocoa-free chocolate, which sounds like a crazy idea. So we're making something that has the properties of chocolate. You can put it on a chocolate bar, you can make a chocolate cake, you can make chocolate ice cream, but critically, it's free from all of the problems that are involved in the production of most of the world's chocolate. And those things include slave labor, deforestation, and an outsized greenhouse gas carbon footprint. So we were interested in the chocolate industry, firstly, because we're big chocolate lovers. I grew up near a chocolate factory, but mostly because in recent years, we've seen lots of interesting innovation in food, in alt proteins and alt dairy. But actually, no one really had tried to disrupt the chocolate industry. And even if you look into how the chocolate industry's functioned for 60, 70 odd years, there's been, relatively speaking, limited innovation and disruption there. And we realized that the world should do more about that. And then we also had the technical expertise to try and do something about that.
I think there's quite a few ways that our products can inspire change. First of all, there's the product itself. We hope to inspire industry as a call to action instead of continuing to support a mass market industrialized industry that still incurs deforestation and dubious ethical practices. By using our ingredient, we can actually say, okay, let's break this cycle that exists in this current supply chain. And the other is, I would say, on the consumer angle, where we invite the consumers to learn more about what's happening within their food, within the production of their food.
We also want to shine a spotlight on these terrible malpractices that actually most consumers and even people in industry aren't really aware of. And so obviously in this, and we're still a young company, but we're talking to people like yourselves. We're on CNN, we're on Bloomberg, the Financial Times. So we're using this platform that we've been given, that we've created for ourselves, to talk about these problems, and so to try and educate people. These products of ours are a cocoa-free gianduja. So a gianduja is made with chocolate mixed with hazelnuts. So what you're tasting is our cocoa-free chocolate blended with hazelnuts from the northwest of Italy. And it's like a truffle, and we've put a little bit of sea salt in there. So you're getting that balance between sweet and savory. You've got the roasted nuts, and then you've got all of this deep, it's like a big warm hug, this sort of cocoa nut truffly deliciousness. We look for particular flavor notes that are already in chocolate. So, when you think about chocolate, it's not one thing. You can have all sorts of, you can get chocolate that tastes like mushrooms or hay or red cherries or, elderflowers or whatever. And we try and pick out these notes. And then we have certain, our tech that can produce some of these flavor compounds. So that's on the flavor side. And then obviously a big part of enjoying chocolate is that mouthfeel. It melts as soon as you put it in your mouth. So that's more a question on the fats that we use, and then making sure that those two elements play nicely with each other.
We focus a lot on texture and mouthfeel because not a lot of people know that chocolate is beyond just its taste, but how it functions within your mouth. And so when a chocolate is really luxurious, it is, small micron size, actually very scientific. So we've been able to kind of parse that all apart and, put them all together in this cocoa-free chocolate.
My message on World Chocolate Day to chocolate lovers is, don't be afraid. You might be learning some things that make you uncomfortable about where your chocolate might have come from. And you might be learning that with climate change, your chocolate might increase in price or become rare or scarcer in the future. But there's lots of really great people working like us from our side of the problem to future-proof chocolate flavor profiles. And there's also, importantly, lots of amazing people working with cocoa farmers, with chocolate makers, doing chocolate right. And we support them. And we also think our pillar can help support this sort of future to ensure that everyone can enjoy the flavor of chocolate from now until infinity.
Deliciousness and sustainability, they're not exclusive. They can actually come hand in hand, and you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. And as a society, I think we need to start learning that what we buy can actually be those two things. And we hope to bring that message with our chocolate.